Hello guys, welcome to this week's episode of the Firewire Show, and today's episode, do not go anywhere because we're going to be looking at the Canon awesome Powershot G7X Mark II. Say that 10 times fast. This is going to be a great camera, so do not go anywhere because it's a camera which is great for photography and if you're a video blogger and that sort of thing. So if that sounds interesting to you, do not go anywhere. Subscribe, like this video, and let's see what this camera's all about. Boom! So we go straight to Cam 2. So yes, without further ado, we are looking at the Canon Powershot G7 X Mark II. And this is a very good camera. It has a 20 megapixel camera. It has a bit of a zoom lens. It's more like a bridge camera, which makes it very easy to use. You don't have to mess about with lenses if you don't so wish. And what's really nice about this camera is in 2022, we all use our phones, and phones do take fantastic photos and videos, but sometimes for those of us that are creators or want to play around photography, it is nice to have something separate from your phone. This is why I like this camera. I picked this camera today because it's something a little bit different. And let's see what it can do. So, it has a very nice sensor. It does record in 4K and HD, though personally I'd probably say it's more of a HD camera, though it does record very nicely in 4K. It has a 2.8 aperture, which is really cool, and a very nice twisty, I don't know why that was funny, a twisty, twisty sensor, sorry, a twisty screen, touch screen, which is very easy to use like all the modern cameras, making it very easy to use. A very user-friendly menu. We can play around with the shutter speed, the ISO, everything you want to do with the camera, just look at your photos. What's nice about this camera, it does have Wi-Fi capabilities, so you can download the Canon app for free, put it on your phone. You can actually use your phone as a screen if you so wish, or you can just copy over your photos or videos, upload them to social media or edit them on your phone or whatever you want to do, which is really handy. It has slow motion on this camera, which is a really cool little feature, something I like. It takes really nice photos, and it does have a very nice easy to record button, which is really handy. And I would say that this particular camera is aimed at bloggers or somebody that wants to mess around with photography. You get inside out, perhaps you don't want a full-blown camera, but you want something separate from your phone. This is definitely the camera to look at, and it's really nice. It doesn't cost the earth. It just costs just over 500, which for a really good camera is not a lot. When you think like the M50 is about 700 at the minute, and obviously if you go to professional cameras, you're talking over 1,000 and several £1,000s or dollars. That's something to bear in mind. But what's really nice, actually, a cool little feature, you can actually save your photos in RAW, which basically means you have multiple layers if you want to put it in things like Photoshop, giving you even more creativity when editing your photos. That's something really handy. It has a fast 1.8 to 2.8 aperture, and what I really like about this floaty screen, it reminds me of the M200. I don't know why that's making me chuckle today. Which obviously it just flips up at the top like the M200, which is really nice. So as for us bloggers and creators, having that flip screen point towards you is really handy, and because it has that really nice lens, you know, it reminds me a little bit like the E10 of the Sony models, and but it's obviously nice and small. So what's really cool about this camera, it's very light, and in the bag it will come with the usual battery, a battery charger, a strap, and you can add additional camera if you so wish. Little power tip actually, something you might want to invest in down the road is definitely invest in a spare battery. I would highly recommend that. A really nice, there we go, you can actually get the bundle here now actually with a mini tripod, a Gorilla tripod I believe that is, and a 128 Extreme SD card. But just bear in mind that I use a 32 and that's more than enough for all the video and photos I need. So let's just see if there's anything I particularly missed. So it's a very light camera, obviously made by Canon. I believe you can only get it in black, but there may be other colours. It does record in 8 frames per second, which is more than, you know, which is pretty handy. That's for more doing for fast shooting. Very nice ISO, 100 to 1200 to 800, which is pretty cool. It's the focus, it actually has a autofocus which gives that depth of field as well. So if you want that blur effect, that's something really handy. Let's have a brief look at it over at Canon then, so we can have a brief look at some of the photos. It gets very nice reviews by people using it. Obviously, you have that Wi-Fi capabilities. You can record in 60 frames per second, but I also believe you can record in 128 as well. 20 megapixel camera, which is more than enough for photos, and it will take very good video. And I would say just go with whatever S card you feel comfortable with. Here's some of the photos then. So as you can see, you got some cool blur effects. It takes some very nice. Let's just have a look at some of the photos taken here. This is obviously in an underground somewhere. And as you can see, the photo quality is really nice. I'm not quite sure what that is about, but I guess it's an action shot. But as you can see, the quality of the photos is just really crisp, really nice. And what's really nice about these modern cameras, you don't have to be an expert in photography to take good photos. You can just put it to auto and just click, 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 and off you go. So as you can tell, it takes some really nice photos, which is really cool. Let's just, why not? I'm sure Canon won't mind us. We're basically selling one of their cameras. Let's have a brief look at perhaps one of their videos. I'm just going to turn the music off just in case. But as you can see here, it's a really nice little camera, nice and small, which is really handy. Smooth action there, so you can really play around the zoom there, which is really nice. Really handy bit of quality there. And as you can see, there's the frames per second. You can take your photos in RAW, make it very good. It's a nice little fantastic sensor look, and low light as well. It takes really good photos. It's a nice little display video here, and you can play around with different effects. This camera does have effects on it, though personally I tend to do that in Photoshop. As you can see, these are some of the other things. Super fast AF, which is really cool. RAW photography, slow motion video, all these sort of things you might want as somebody starting off in photography. There you go, you can snap your videos and photos straight to your phone, which is a really handy gadget to have, as I was saying earlier. This is really cool. Look at this camera, this is awesome. And there's a little flip screen remote control. I wonder if we get to see that at some point. So you can see there, you can use your camera to control your camera, your phone rather. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. I think that's about the end of the video. So go and check this out. What are you messing about at? Now, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you're getting value. Also, we do have a link to this camera in the description. So if you're liking a look at this camera, go and check it out after this video. And I just want to show you our merch. If you would like to help our brand and support the channel, why not check out our merch? We've got t-shirts, we've got... So go check it out, link in the description. And also, if you want to support the channel, like and subscribe this video. So this camera sounds like a camera you want to check out the link in the description. Hope this video gave you value. I want to leave you 2 end cards that are going to give you even more value. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them in the comments below. You know what? Have a great day. And as always, guys, you guys rock.